round. Please, gather round. We need you to do some work because we're back in the kitchen and we need all the help we can get. Why? Because we are tackling another beloved South African favorite. It's a classic. And we love being able to introduce these to the table with a delightful modern twist. That's what we're going to do this morning. This dish in particular combines the perfect balance of sweet, tangy and savory in one hearty festive meal, and it's easy. And of course, our star of the show, Mrs. Bowles' Chutney chicken bake with savory rice. It is a crowd pleaser. You can make enough for a crowd as well, and it's pretty economical, and I love the fact that we get to do it as two kitchen novices ourselves. So we're going to see how this iconic chutney transforms every bite into something truly special. My man's on the savory rice already.
Yeah.
Someone said savory, someone said rice. I'll do it. Hey, I love it. So what's gone into your rice very quickly?
Yeah, I just thought I'd get this started, G-Man, so we can show him Zanzi exactly how we put this together. But I've already started sauteing some of the spicy ingredients coming through here. Well, not so spicy, more just like vibrant in color.
Is that why you're using a Durban accent? Just
yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine, that's fine. I just want to get
how it is, man.
This, yeah.
So we've got some peppers in here and some carrots. Red pepper, green pepper, and then some carrots. And I'm literally just starting up by sauteing this. And then essentially what I'm going to be adding in just a second, we've got some cumin powder and then some stock as well.
Oh,
that's going to thicken it up. I'll add some salt and pepper and water, and then eventually the cooked rice will go in here after.
So we're just going to infuse those flavors because we know that rice will just soak up those beautiful flavors. I love it. That's almost like a meal on its own, dude.
Literally. So listen, let me just pop the powder in right now because I already got the sauté going on. That's obviously stock, that's cumin powder going in there, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then you can get your sauté on.
I love it, dude. Smells amazing, gorgeous. Let's make sure that the hero is actually going to be the chicken and not your rice, dude, because the chicken deserves to be treated like an absolute hero today. And Mrs. Bowles is going to do it. The tangy, the sweet, the savory, what a perfect balance. So we're going to put a lot into the sauce, so you're going to love this. Okay, so we're going to start with our mayo. And then they said like 1 cup of Mrs. Bowles. I might go a little bit beyond that because in my mind, if you're going to stay sticky and sweet, you want that. You want the unctuousness to come through.
It also only does good things to a recipe, man. It has those highlights of good flavor. It works so well when it brings things together. It has, like you said, something special about it that I don't know where else you can get it from.
Do you know what? The only thing missing is they haven't said 1 cup, 2 cups on the bottle itself. You could just help us out there because
use it as a
I didn't realize that this is normally just a flavor additive, but now it's become the baseline flavor in so many of our recipes because it is amazing. Mrs. Bowles' chutney pairs beautifully with just about everything, especially creamy ingredients like mayonnaise and butter if you want to go in that direction, enhancing the richness and the flavor of any dish. There is a reason why it is a pantry staple, perfect for everyday meals, because you can just put it on. And especially those special occasions where you need a bit more versatility and you don't have the bank to go out there and buy a whole new meal. This is a flavor profile on its own. The chutney is so popular. It's used in, I think most of our families have recipes that kind of have this at the core. It's got a sense of cultural heritage and tradition that brings people together. It is the most South African thing on the planet, and I love it. So, of course, we've put it in spades. They say 1 cup. I've gone a little bit further than that. We've got some chicken sparse going in there. I thought I'd use the Durban accent just a little bit.
Yeah, you got to come through.
We've got some paprika coming through there. We've got onion powder, my bro, which I love because the sauce that's going to develop with this, just like you're adding the stock to the rice, you're just adding layers and layers, but it's kind of creating its own sauce as you go. And then a beautiful dollop of garlic powder going in there as well.
This is not just eating, man. This is like an experience right now, to be very honest with you. And I love what you're doing with these flavors. Really, truly, obviously, the hero at the home, we've got Mrs. Bowles. But honestly, when you pair it with some of these little subtle...
There's a lot going on there, eh?
Oh, yes. I could think of so many things that would be good for.
See what I'm saying, dude? Like, as a jumping off point, this is amazing. And obviously, with the chicken pieces, you want the fatty bits, you want lots of skin, you want the flavour.
Yes,
for me, is where it's at.
You want it to bath in all that good stuff, man. So the more sort of texture you have, the more points of absorption that you have, the better the flavor's going to be.
Yeah, I always think that it's not very like sexy food to talk, but it's like surface area. How much surface area can you get the sauce onto? How many of those little nooks and crannies? But that's where the magic happens and the flavor is found. So we're going to just dunk and dip these guys in there and then pop them into our baking tray or our oven dish. And don't be shy of a little caramelization. Don't be shy of a bit of char.
I like that.
That for me is where the flavor is at.
Yeah, I like that, and I want that on mine. So I think this is definitely up to your preference in terms of how you like that finished product. But I think you can't go wrong, no matter if it's even something like a red meat that you were going to maybe incorporate into this. I think it would still somehow work well. If it was a fish, it doesn't matter. It's gonna really like come together, be broken down by the sort of variety of flavor we've added to this. And oh man, I'm just thinking of that final product.
The smells are amazing. It's obviously going to have a little bit of a kick, which we want. I think when you can move out of just hard lime chili and a little bit of spice to introduce some of those stronger flavors, a bit of heat goes a long way.
Especially
but it mustn't overpower.
Yeah, especially when that spice is adding flavor and not just heat. You know what I mean? It really couples everything together so perfectly.
I think I've got given these poor chicken pieces the run through. They have had a bath. Okay.
Oh, look how happy they look.
They're like Sarah Jane in the bath. They've just been saying, no, just five. No, just 5 minutes. I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. My enzymes are relaxing, man. Just chill out. And then you pop that into the oven. Just watch them, depending on the sizes of your chicken pieces. 180 for about 25 minutes. You want to just test regularly. Don't overcook it. There'll be a lot of residual heat in this dish anyway once you take it out, and then you serve it with your savory rice.
Ooh.
And look at the combination, I think, of those different textures and flavors all in one dish.
Absolutely.
Magical.
Absolutely. Mzansi, get it at expressoshow.com. What are you waiting for? It's an opportunity for you to show off to your people and make them think that you're an absolute celebrity chef. But
that looks amazing.
How good does that look? Yeah.
If you've got leftover rice, don't throw it away. Just think of the next meal and the savory rice that you can make. And when you've got Mrs. Balls at your side, you are sorted. Transforming your next meal with Mrs. Balls is easy, and it could win you your share of 40,000 Rand in their Festive is on Us competition. Here's how you do it.
Festive is on us with Mrs. Balls. Make every dish a celebration with the unforgettable taste of Mzansi's #1 chutney. Bring your flavor to the table with Mrs. Balls and add that Mzansi flair to stand a chance to win your share of 40,000 Rand in cash. Take a picture of your most festive recipe starring Mrs. Balls and share it on the competition post on Expresso's social pages using #MrsBalls. Show us why everybody loves the Mrs. this festive season. Competition closes 6 December. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.